Hey, good morning. Dan Houk, one of the pastors at Bayside, Santa Rosa, and I got a question for you. Have you ever blown it? Have you ever just totally messed up? Like maybe a friend told you a story and you weren't supposed to say anything, but you let it out and you feel guilty. Or you're a mom and your kids are just being kids, but they step on your last nerve and you lose it. Or maybe you were responsible for something and you totally dropped the ball. That happened to me. My daughter was 6. It was Christmas time, and all she wanted was a bike. And she'd been talking about it. I had the whole family looking for me. And my mom called me up and she said, "Hey, I think I found the perfect bike." She told me about it. And I said, "Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you so much." And so Christmas Eve rolled around. The whole family was there. I went to my mom and I said, at the end of the night, I said, "Mom, hey, you got the bike. I'll pay for it." And she goes, "What do you mean? I didn't know I was supposed to buy the bike. Oh my gosh, I don't have a bike for my daughter's Christmas present." Well, the next morning, she opened a box with a picture of a bike in it. I felt like a heel, and it said, "You get to pick out your own bike tomorrow." And I found out the next day she has very expensive taste. I wish I could say that was the only mistake I've made. I've got a lot of mistakes. But you know what? God doesn't look at our mistakes the way we do. If we look in the Bible in Luke 22, Peter had the biggest mistake of his life. It was the last night with Jesus. He was going to betray him, but Jesus said something to Peter right before that happened that's pretty incredible. Let's pick it up in Luke 22, verses 31 and 32. Jesus said this, "Simon, Simon." That's Peter's given name. "Satan has asked to sift you all as wheat, but I have prayed for you, Simon, that your faith may not fail. And when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers." I think that's powerful because what Jesus was saying is, I am praying for you. Did you know that Jesus is praying for you this morning? He cares about you. He cares about your success and your future. And he cared about Peter's, but he didn't say, "Peter, you're going to fail me." He said, "When you return." He saw Peter's coming back to serve him, and he saw that he was going to serve and strengthen his brothers. God's not looking at your history. He's looking at your destiny. He's not interested in your mistakes. It's your ministry he's focused on. And so there's a lot of people out there like you and me who've had those failures. But we're going to go out there with City Serve and we're going to show our community that we love them, that God loves them, that He's not looking at their mistakes. He's focused on their future. God has better days ahead for all of us.